Welcome to Safe Haven Radio, and thank you so much for joining us today. In this episode, we're going to explore something that many of us struggle with, the feeling of being trapped by our past experiences. Whether it's painful memories that keep replaying in your mind, past mistakes that feel impossible to move beyond, or old wounds that still affect your present relationships and choices, please know that you're not alone in this struggle. Many of you watching may find yourselves caught in cycles of rumination, wondering why you can't just let go, despite your best efforts. The truth is, our brains are wired to hold on to past experiences, especially emotionally charged ones, as a protective mechanism. But recent neuroscience research has revealed something extraordinary. Our brains possess a remarkable ability to literally rewire how we process and respond to these memories. This isn't about forcing yourself to forget or pretending the past didn't happen. It's about transforming your relationship with these memories at a neurological level. Today, we'll explore evidence-based methods that can help you create genuine freedom from what once seemed inescapable. Please remember that healing is a gradual process, and it's perfectly okay to move at your own pace. If you're dealing with severe trauma or finding it difficult to cope, seeking professional support is not just okay, it's a sign of strength and self-care. Let's begin this journey together, with compassion for ourselves and hope for what's possible. The scientific understanding of how we can break free from the past has advanced tremendously in recent years. A major research institution's comprehensive review in 2024 analyzed multiple studies and found that specific therapeutic approaches can reduce depression by directly targeting the repetitive thinking patterns that keep us stuck in the past. The research showed effect sizes of 0.52 for improved self-compassion and 0.40 for reduced depression symptoms. What's particularly fascinating is that brain imaging studies from leading universities have revealed how trauma and painful memories physically change our neural pathways. They affect what's called the default mode network, essentially the brain's autopilot system, and alter how the amygdala, our fear center, connects with other brain regions. But here's the hopeful part. Breakthrough research published in neuroscience journals has demonstrated that through a process called memory reconsolidation, we can create lasting changes to how these traumatic memories are stored and processed at the cellular level. This means the emotional charge attached to painful memories can actually be reduced. Meta-analyses examining over 1,300 randomized controlled trials found that acceptance-based interventions produce significant improvements, with effect sizes of 0.70 for self-compassion and 0.64 for depression reduction. Advanced neuroimaging from 2024 has identified specific brain patterns showing how therapy successfully rewires trauma responses, with measurable changes in how the hippocampus communicates with other brain networks. Perhaps most encouragingly, recent clinical trials revealed that even internet-based interventions targeting rumination achieved lasting improvements at 6-month follow-up, with nearly 40% of depression reduction attributed directly to changes in repetitive negative thinking patterns. It's important to note that while this research is promising, everyone's journey is unique, and what works for one person may need to be adapted for another. Now, let's explore some practical, science-backed methods you can start using to break free from the grip of the past. The first technique is called the memory reconsolidation protocol. When a painful memory surfaces, and please only try this with manageable memories, not severe trauma, briefly acknowledge it without pushing it away, just for 30 to 60 seconds. Then, immediately engage in bilateral stimulation. This means alternating between tapping your toes or fingers, left then right, for about 2 to 3 minutes while holding the memory lightly in your awareness. Research shows that when practiced daily for 2 weeks, this can significantly reduce the emotional intensity of memories. The key is timing. You want to start this within 10 minutes of when the memory naturally comes up. The second method is the concrete processing technique. Our brains tend to get stuck in abstract rumination, asking questions like, why does this always happen to me? Instead, transform these into specific, actionable thoughts. Ask yourself, what specific action can I take right now? Write down 3 concrete observations about your current environment, the temperature of the air, the colors you see, the sounds you hear. Then identify one small forward action you can take. Set phone reminders to practice this shift 5 times throughout your day. Studies show this redirects your brain's default mode network away from rumination and toward problem-solving circuits. The third approach is values-based action planning. Each morning, identify one action aligned with your values that has nothing to do with past concerns. Start small. Maybe it's sending a supportive text to a friend, organizing one drawer, or taking a 5-minute walk. The key is consistency, not perfection. Track whether you did it, without judgment if you didn't. Research demonstrates that values-focused behavior activates reward circuits in your brain while simultaneously reducing past-focused neural patterns. Gradually work up to 3 daily value-based actions over 4 weeks. Remember, if any of these techniques cause increased distress, please stop and consider reaching out to a mental health professional for personalized support. Another powerful technique is present moment anchoring using the 5-4-3-2-1 method. When you feel pulled into past memories, engage your senses systematically. Identify 5 things you can see, really look at their details. Then 4 sounds you can hear, including subtle ones like your breathing or distant traffic. Notice 3 physical sensations: the chair beneath you, the air on your skin, the weight of your clothes. Identify 2 scents, even if subtle, and finally 1 taste, even if it's just the lingering flavor of your last meal. This isn't just distraction. Brain imaging confirms this strengthens present moment awareness pathways and interrupts rumination circuits. Practice this preventively 3 times daily, not just during distress. The final method I want to share is the self-compassion interruption technique. When self-criticism about the past arises, and we all experience this, place your hand gently on your heart. Feel the warmth and pressure. Then say to yourself, either out loud or internally, this is a moment of suffering. Suffering is part of the human experience. May I be kind to myself in this moment? Repeat this 3 times while breathing slowly and deeply. It might feel awkward at first, and that's completely normal. Research shows this simple practice can increase self-compassion scores by 52% while measurably reducing amygdala reactivity to past-related triggers. What makes these techniques so powerful is that they're not just coping mechanisms, they're actually creating new neural pathways that offer alternative routes for your thoughts and emotions. Start with whichever technique resonates most with you, and remember that progress isn't linear. Some days will be harder than others, and that's perfectly okay. Let me summarize the key points we've discussed today. First, memory reconsolidation can literally rewire how your brain processes traumatic neural pathways, offering genuine neurological change rather than just coping strategies. Second, rumination-focused therapeutic approaches specifically target and reduce the repetitive thinking patterns that keep us trapped in the past. Third, bilateral stimulation techniques can deactivate fear centers in the brain while simultaneously processing and integrating difficult memories. Fourth, engaging in values-based actions creates new neural highways that lead us beyond past preoccupations and toward meaningful present engagement. Fifth, self-compassion practices create measurable reductions in past-focused brain activity, offering a gentler relationship with ourselves and our histories. And sixth, present moment techniques effectively interrupt the default mode network's tendency toward rumination, anchoring us in the here and now. Remember, you don't need to implement all of these at once. Start with one technique that feels manageable, and give yourself credit for taking that first step. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Your brain's capacity for change and healing is far greater than we once believed possible. The neuroscience is clear, you really can rewire your relationship with the past. This doesn't mean erasing your history or pretending difficult things didn't happen. It means transforming how these experiences live within you, reducing their power to control your present and future. Please be patient and compassionate with yourself as you practice these techniques. Healing isn't a straight line, and setbacks don't mean failure, they're part of the journey. The past may have shaped you, but it doesn't have to define your future. Each small step you take, each moment you practice being present, each act of self-compassion, these are all creating real, measurable changes in your brain. You deserve to be free from the weight of the past, and that freedom is possible. If today's content provided any support or insight, please consider hitting the like button. It helps others who might be struggling find this information too. Subscribe to Safe Haven Radio to continue learning about mental health and well-being with us. We release new episodes regularly, all focused on providing you with science-based, compassionate support for life's challenges. May your hearts feel a little lighter after our time together today. Thank you so much for listening to Safe Haven Radio, and remember, you're not alone in this journey.